What's up, guys? So in November, Riyadh season, you've got David Benavidez, who's got a record of 130, lost 0, 24 KOs, will be defending his WBC light heavyweight title against Anthony Yarde, who's got a record of 27 wins, 3 losses, 24 KOs. How do I see this fight going, and what do I think of it? To be honest with you, I would have really loved to have seen David Benavidez facing off against Callum Smith. Callum Smith was involved in a Fight of the Year contender with Joshua Buatsi, and what a fight that was. It was so exciting, so amazing to watch, and Callum Smith was I felt like he deserved the title shot against David Benavidez. David Benavidez, apparently the negotiations failed and they couldn't work out an agreement. So that's why he's chose Anthony Yarde. Anthony Yarde has fought Artur Beterbiev. He's fought Sergey Kovalev. And yes, he's a former world title challenger twice. But to be honest with you, I can't see how Anthony Yarde actually beats David Benavidez. I feel this is going to be one of them sort of fights that David Benavidez will be able to do what he wants in this fight and look good doing it. I'm not taking anything away from Anthony Yarde. I think Anthony Yarde is good, and I hope, being a Brit myself, I hope he does pull it off and beat David Benavidez. But I just feel it's going to be a harder fight for Anthony Yarde. Callum Smith, on the other hand, I felt like he brought something different to the fight. Yes, he was involved in Fight of the Year with Joshua Buatsi, and he went hell and back with that fight. But it was so exciting to watch, and I feel like even then, when they were both at super middleweight, they were both meant to fight each other then, and it didn't happen then. And now at light heavyweight, Callum Smith is the WBO interim light heavyweight champion, so it would have made sense to face someone like him. Although Anthony Yarde is a top 10 light heavyweight fighter, and yes, he's gone for Anthony Yarde for that reason, but I just feel David Benavidez is going to be a bit too much for Anthony Yarde. And I hope I am wrong about this. And I hope that, Anthony Yarde does something amazing in the fight and defeats David Benavidez. But I think it's going to be a hard fight for Anthony Yarde. The thing is with Anthony Yarde as well is, yes, he's got good movement. But the thing is when he's going to stay in the pit pocket with David Benavidez, I think David Benavidez, with the fast punches that he's got, he's going to land him at will, and he's a big guy himself as well. So I think it's going to be a bit of a hard task for Anthony Yarde. Now, for me, Anthony Yarde fought on the undercard of Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn, and he fought Lyndon Arthur in a trilogy fight, and he didn't really look that great in that fight as well. So, with him having good connections and Frank Warren being his promoter, obviously Frank Warren looked out for his fighter and has got him this shot. And fair dues and fair credit to him. I'm not knocking Anthony Yarde, because at the end of the day, he's getting a good payday. He'll be a part of the Riyadh season, and I can't knock that. And I do hope he does pull it off. Like I said, I'm not dismissing that. But I just feel David Benavidez will be a bit too much for him. Let me know what your thoughts are on the fight itself, and how do you see it going? Can you see Anthony Yarde pulling off an upset? Yes, he's fought for world titles before. And can this be his third time being lucky and beating David Benavidez? Or can you see David Benavidez doing what he does and going in there and letting them hands go and being really quick in the fight itself? Let me know what your thoughts are. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment down below, hit the notification button, hit the like button. Triple B Boxing TV. Thank you.